Hi Maria and Gabby, how are you?
Good, hi.
Thanks for meeting with me today, and thanks for agreeing to collaborate on this little project of mine. I'll get straight to it. We've got some assessment tools that we need to review, and I figured, Maria, with all your experience, you would be excellent for the task. And Gabby, with you being relatively new to the organisation, I thought you'd bring a fresh perspective to it as well. Maria, tell me a bit about what you've been doing lately. I haven't seen you around much.
So I've been developing a lot of industry-based packages for a client in Melbourne in the maritime services industry.
Oh, great.
It's been really fantastic. So I've learned a lot about our waterways, the infrastructure, and just the broad general topic of aquatic management. And so it's been very, very interesting. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, you sound like you're really enjoying it. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's been great. So even though it's just developing the training packages, which I've done a lot of, I just find all things around maritime quite fascinating. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's been great.
Excellent. And what about you, Gabby? I don't know much about you or your background, but I have heard some really good things. So yeah, what are you up to? What's happening in your world?
Not much. I'm just happy to be involved, and I haven't done anything like this before, but I'm just willing to learn. I feel like this would be a really valuable exercise for me because I'm doing my Cert 4 in TAE.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just here open to share my opinion.
Yeah, look, I think you'd be great because I know that you'll be a strong advocate for the candidates and make sure we do everything we can to help them.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you again, both of you, for agreeing to do this. So I'll just, I think the best thing for me to do is to just step you through one of the assessment tools that we need to review, or what I think the process should look like actually, rather than the actual tool itself. So we've got 5 assessment tools that we need to review, and I'll be able to give you a copy of those that I've adjusted. I'll be able to give you a copy of those to take away with you today, as well as some background information on the candidates that we need to consider. So I'm looking for your feedback on making sure that I've done the right thing with those tools and that I've met the candidates' needs, and I'm still sticking within the rules of evidence and I'm gathering enough information. So I'll give you a bit of a spiel on the first one. Gabby, you probably haven't had a lot of experience in this area, as you said, so I think you're right. I think it'd be a really good learning opportunity for you. So between Maria and myself, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Maria's got a wealth of experience, so I'm sure we'll be able to answer whatever you need.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so what my strategy is, I think that we should work on this together, and you guys can go away and consider the information for a few days if that works for you, and then we can get back together and put our heads together and document what we think is the appropriate approach.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
Sounds right?
Yeah, awesome.
Excellent, thank you. All right, so just as an example, the first one we'll have a look at, the candidate that we're adjusting for is somebody who's recently arrived into Australia and English is their second language. They're undertaking a bridging program to allow them to do a traineeship in the food service industry.
Oh, nice.
That's what he wants to do. So basically he hasn't done any work before, not full-time paid work, and he certainly has some LLM challenges. So he can write simple things, he can fill out basic forms, has some fundamental reading, prefers to respond verbally to questions rather than having to write answers, and he can take a little bit of extra time to be able to comprehend what he's reading. So what we want to do is, and particularly for you guys, because I've made the adjustments, but you guys as peers, if you can have a look at what I've done and just make sure it stacks up. And I've just put down a few dot points about what I think you should be looking for. And I know, Maria, you've got lots of experience in this, so you'll know exactly what you're doing. But I'm looking to see whether I've done enough to accommodate the LLM needs of the candidate, and at the same time also consider that I might have done too much, and I might have varied the tool so far away from what it was that it no longer meets the rules of evidence and gathers enough information to be able to make a decision. So there are a couple of things. Of course, the other thing we need to consider is the tool simple enough to understand so that another assessor could come along and use that tool and provide the same assessment. So it needs to be all of those things and more, as you know.
Yeah.
But that's basically the task. And of course, I'm keen to hear any input that you've got. And look, that's pretty much about it. Except obviously, as you know, if you want to access the competency unit or the assessment requirements, you'll need to get those down off the training.gov.au website.
Oh, I haven't done that before.
Oh, that's okay. I'm happy to help you through that. It's easy to follow.
Awesome.
Yeah, look, that's really easy. Once you've been shown how to do that, you'll be doing it all day.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you very much, both of you. I don't expect that this whole process will take very long, and if we can get together again, maybe in a couple of days, and you've had a chance to look at the material, can we set a time? Do you want to look in a time for a meeting again in a couple of days?
I'll need to check my diary because I've got quite a few meetings on this week.
I'm free pretty much any time.
Awesome. Do you want to check your diary now, or is that
sure,
not possible?
Yep. No, I can do that. Looks like I can do 3 o'clock tomorrow for an hour.
That'd be brilliant. That works for me.
That works for me too, yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
All right, look, this is going to be easy. Thank you so much for your support and your help. Any questions?
No, pretty straightforward.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll send a calendar invite by email. And thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you then.